Hey, it's me. I'm coming back. Catching up on quite a few videos because I'm sitting here preparing my dinner for tomorrow, and I came across Kayson's video, and in a way, I want to talk directly to you, Kayson. For those of you who watch me and are not following him, I ask that you subscribe to him. He has not yet had surgery, but will be having it very soon. Anyway, I came across his confessions video, and it touched me in many ways. And I may be a little bit all over the place with this because that video has me thinking, and my mind is going and it's racing so fast. It's like I want to say so much, and to be honest with you, I have a very bad memory. So when I think about saying something, if I'm talking about something else and trying to finish that sentence out or whatever, I may forget about what I wanted to say next. But whatever. Basically, your story about being in the in crowd, I believe that everyone has that point in their life. As a freshman, you're coming in as somewhat labeled as fresh meat, or the babies in the group, and you look towards the older group, the older crowd, the older kids to accommodate, like you said, what might be your insecurities. You don't want to be looked at like that. You want to be noticed. You want to be, like you said, basically in with the in crowd. You don't want to be judged in a bad way. You'd rather be judged in a good way, not knowing that to be in with the popular group, you have to do certain things, or say certain things, or act certain ways, or wear certain clothes, or have certain values or valuables or whatever. And I say this only because my personal experience, I was always labeled as the girl that had it, the girl that had the money, the girl that had the parents that had the nice cars, the good jobs, the big house. I grew up at, just imagine, not many, I graduated class of 2000. So back in my day, not many African Americans grew up the way that I did. I lived in one of the biggest houses in the community. I had maids. I didn't have to lift a finger. I had my first car at 15. I had my first house, not an apartment, at 16. Going to school, I had the latest fashions. I had the best purses, always into what was in, but never realized and never looked at it the way other people did. I was a big giver. I had a big heart, and I'm still that way. I will always buy my friends certain things at school. It may not be big now, but like, let's say lunch. I would buy them lunch when they would say they didn't have it, or on the weekends if they wanted to go somewhere, I would give them a ride because I was young and I had a car. And this was with older people. Older people would attract to me, and I thought that it was my personality as to why they wanted to be my friends. not knowing or even giving it any thought that it was because of my status that they had given me. I had never gave myself a status. So it was like they were the ones that wanted to be around me. And when I started to find myself, okay, you guys may know that I had my first child at 16. So that's when I started to find myself. I moved out on my own. I started paying my own bills. I had to get a job. I was still going to school. 16, I was still in 9th grade while I was going into the 10th grade. I was still going to school. I was always advanced. I got out of school early so I can go to work. I was on a work, I forgot what it's called, but a work program where you get out of school, because I had all of my credits by the time 10th grade hit, well, 11th grade, but whatever. So basically, once I started finding myself, I realized that these were not really my friends. So I felt bad because I really didn't know the meaning of a friend. You understand what I'm saying? Whereas you, on the other hand, you seek to be accepted by older people, and I lack that. But anyway, moving along, I also want to say, based off experience and just talking with my husband, because I've been with him since I was 16, I feel like you are very mature. I feel like you're very honest with yourself, and this is just my experience with getting to know you thus far on YouTube through our text messages and what have you. I feel like you are very, very mature for your age, and I'm not saying that to put you down and make you feel like you're a jit, you're young or whatever, like I know it all. Rihanna, stop it. And they in their sleep. Don't go back in there. Excuse me. But it takes, I told my husband when I married him, it took him forever to grow up and to be a man. And I feel like it takes men such a long time to mature. We as women, we mature a lot faster than men. And for you to have found yourself and realized that you're going through the things that you're going through, it just proves, and it's a testimony that you're mature. When you know what it takes to have a real friendship. And as far as coming into this WLS family, dog, straight up, there's going to be the in crowd wherever you go. There's going to be people on here, and I used to feel the same way you did, where I would get on here when I first started making videos, and I felt the need to comment on almost everybody's video just to feel like that's how they would accept me into this community. But then when you pour your heart out to some of them, you send them inbox messages, you're asking them questions, trying to figure out how this lap band, which is what the surgery that I chose, how lap band went for them, and what are the expectations, what did they go through, so I can get a feel. I kind of cried out to these people, and they would never respond. And I'm not the only person, and I know this for a fact. I'm not the only person that's been through that. So I used to feel like I needed to message people so they can accept me into this community, so they can listen to my videos, hear my cries. I would even make videos asking questions. I would say, can you please respond back to this video? Let me know how you feel about such and such and such. And nobody would ever do it. So it got to a point where I said, you know what? Fuck that. Excuse my language. I began this journey on YouTube to make these videos because of what I saw. And when I saw people expressing themselves and sharing their journey and opening up with their lives and different stories here and there, it made me want to be a part of that. And I saw the love that people were getting back. I saw the response videos. I saw the comments. I saw, you know, the joys. I saw the fears. I saw all of that, and I wanted to be a part of that. My journey here was not in my personal life. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't share this journey with my family, so I didn't have really anyone to go to. Whereas, yes, I had my mother, I had my husband, or whatever, but it was different when I was on YouTube. And I wanted to fit in. But when I realized that I wasn't getting welcomed in the way that I wanted to, I was like, whatever. I'm going to still make these videos. If they accept me, they accept me. If they don't, they don't. You know, and I say all of that, and I didn't mean to make this video so long, but I say all of that to say that you're in my in group. My heart is in this with you. My soul is. You know, and I try and express that to you every time I do communicate with you. I talk about having clicks in one of my videos. And I come to notice that everyone has a click. You know, and I kind of sometimes feel like I shouldn't have made that video. I spoke a little too soon, but it is what it is. You know, that's how I felt at the time. Of course, I have certain people that I communicate with on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? And it's only because they allow me to. They welcome me in. I would love to communicate with a lot more people on a regular basis, but I can't do it if they don't accept me in. All I can do is try, and sweetie, that's all you can do. You can put yourself out there. If they respond, they respond. If they accept you, they accept you. You have to love you for you. You're doing this journey for you, and I know that your video had a lot more to go on with it. I don't know if what I'm saying has pertains to the overall end story, but I'm just commenting based off of this video and what I've heard and how I felt. And there are plenty of people who love you, you know, that you may not even know. And it's sometimes it's hard for people to express themselves to strangers, you know, and some people don't want to be the first person to put themselves out there to say, hey, here's my number, call me, hey, hit me up. Or, you know, some people don't want to be that first person. They don't want to be so forthcoming, you know, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and I'm here for you. I want you to know if no one else is, I'm here for you. I got your back, along with the others. So, I love you, boo. And, holla at you later. Smooches. Deuces, as you say. Alright, boo. Bye.